In life's grand tapestry, woven with threads of countless encounters and relationships, there's an element as subtle as it is powerful: communication. Imagine, if you will, a friend who remains silent. Their silence, a void as enigmatic as the night sky, often speaks louder than words ever could. Today, I want to take you on a journey that explores the depths and nuances of silence within the spectrum of trust and friendship. Picture yourself walking through a dense forest. The trees, towering and majestic, stand as silent sentinels. In their quiet, there's a language unspoken, a message conveyed without words. Similarly, in the corridors of our human interactions, silence can be a message, an unvoiced dialogue that echoes through the halls of our understanding. But what does this silence mean in the context of friendship and trust? Is it a sign of comfort, a symbol of unspoken understanding, or is it a barrier, a wall that divides and isolates? Throughout history, the bonds of friendship have been revered, celebrated in literature, and honored in countless cultures and societies. It is said that a true friend is the greatest of all blessings. However, there lies a profound truth, a truth that friendship, in its essence, is built on trust. And trust is constructed on the foundation of open, honest communication. The fabric of trust is delicate. It requires the threads of transparency and the willingness to share, to speak, and to be heard. Think back to a time when you had to rely on a friend, a moment where trust was the bridge that connected your souls. In these moments, the words spoken or the counsel given were the very currency of your relationship's economy. Now consider the opposite, a moment where silence prevailed, where words unsaid left a chasm of doubt and uncertainty. In these silent gaps, trust, as fragile as a morning dewdrop, faces the risk of vanishing like vapor. In the dance of human relationships, each step, each movement, and each pause carries meaning. Silence, often considered the absence of communication, is in fact a form of expression in itself. It can be a companion of wisdom, a bearer of secrets, or a sentinel of untold stories. But in the realm of friendship, when silence pervades without reason, it becomes a labyrinth where trust easily loses its way. It's essential to ponder, why does this silence occur? What prompts a friend to retreat into the fortress of silence? Is it fear, caution, or perhaps a misunderstanding? The layers are many, and to unravel them, we must journey through the corridors of human emotions and interactions. So, let us begin this journey with open minds and inquiring hearts. Let us seek to understand the role of silence in our relationships and learn to navigate its waters. For an understanding, we find the keys to building stronger, more resilient bridges of trust and friendship. Understanding the symphony of human relationships reveals a fundamental truth. Expression is the melody that keeps the rhythm of connections alive and vibrant. In the realm of relationships, particularly those sculpted by the delicate hands of friendship, expression is not just a medium of communication. It is the very lifeline that sustains, nourishes, and allows relationships to flourish. Consider for a moment the tapestry of relationships you've woven over the years. Each thread represents a person, a connection, a bond formed and nurtured over time. Now, think about how these threads were spun. It wasn't just through mere acquaintance or shared experiences, but through the art of expressing thoughts, sharing feelings, and revealing our inner worlds to each other. The value of expression in relationships, therefore, cannot be understated. It is through this that we truly connect, understand, and build the foundation of trust that is essential for any meaningful relationship. In the journey of life, where paths cross and hearts connect, the words we speak to each other become the stepping stones of deeper understanding and mutual respect. The active expression ourselves of sharing our joys, our fears, our dreams, and our doubts, creates a bridge where isolated islands of individuality can meet. It's in these moments of sharing and expressing that the magic of human connection happens. Bonds are strengthened, empathy is fostered, and the seeds of lasting relationships are sown. Let's pause and reflect on the other side of this coin. What happens in the absence of expression? Imagine walking through a garden where the flowers never bloom, where the petals remain tightly closed, hiding their beauty and fragrance. Such is the landscape of a relationship where expression is absent. In silence, misunderstandings fester, assumptions take root, and the distance between hearts widens. Without the light of expression, the garden of friendship struggles to thrive in the shadows of ambiguity and unspoken truths. History itself narrates tales of friendships that stood the test of time and adversity, not just because of shared experiences, but because of the willingness of friends to express themselves openly to each other. The letters between John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, for instance, stand as a testament to how expression can bridge even the widest of ideological divides. Their correspondence, rich with candid thoughts and heartfelt sentiments, illustrates how expression can turn even disagreement into a deep and abiding friendship. In our own lives, the role of expression must be held in high regard. To express is to open the door to your inner world, inviting others to understand your perspective, your feelings, and your essence. It is an act of vulnerability, courage, and trust. When we express ourselves, we offer a piece of our soul to another, and this act in itself is a cornerstone of building trust. For in revealing our true selves, we invite others to do the same, creating a cycle of openness and trust that strengthens the bonds of friendship. However, expression is not just about speaking, but also about how we speak. The tone of our voice, the choice of our words, and the timing of our expression play critical roles in how our message is received. Thoughtful, kind, and sincere expression can uplift and inspire, while harsh, thoughtless, or untimely expression can wound and alienate. As we navigate the intricacies of our relationships, let us be mindful of not just what we say, but how we say it. For the art of expression is not merely about conveying thoughts, but about doing so in a way that respects and honors the receiver. To cultivate the value of expression in our relationships, we must also develop the skill of active listening. For expression is a two-way street. As much as we need to share our own thoughts and feelings, we must also be willing to listen, truly listen to what others have to say. In listening attentively, we validate the feelings of others, we show respect for their perspectives, and we build the trust that is vital for the relationship to grow and thrive. Recognize and embrace the power of expression in our relationships. Let's be courageous in sharing our thoughts and feelings, mindful in how we communicate, and attentive in listening to others. In doing so, we weave a stronger, more vibrant tapestry of connections. A tapestry where each thread is valued, each pattern is respected, and the overall beauty is enhanced by the richness of open and honest expression. For in the end, it is through expression that the heart speaks, friendships are deepened, and the joy of human connection is truly realized. In the rich tapestry of human interaction, where words are often the threads that connect us, there lies a profound, often unexplored dimension: silence. Silence, in its enigmatic presence, can be as expressive as a torrent of words. It's an art in itself, a language without spoken words, yet capable of conveying volumes. In the realm of friendships and relationships, understanding the nuances of silence is as crucial as mastering the art of conversation. Explore this quiet yet powerful aspect of communication. Silence, often misinterpreted as mere absence of speech, is, in fact, a form of communication that speaks to the subtleties of human emotions and relationships. It can be a mirror reflecting a multitude of meanings, from comfort and understanding to discomfort and uncertainty. To comprehend its language, one must listen not just with ears, but with an open heart and a perceptive mind. Consider for a moment the serene calmness of a peaceful morning. The quiet is not emptiness, but a canvas on which the beauty of tranquility is painted. In relationship, similar moments of silence can be a testament to a bond so strong that words become superfluous. Friends sitting together, lost in their thoughts, yet connected in their silence, share a language only they understand. This comfortable silence is a treasure, a symbol of a bond that transcends the need for constant verbal communication. However, the other side of silence can cast long shadows on the path of friendship. When silence stems from unexpressed grievances, unresolved conflicts, or unshared pain, it becomes a barrier. It builds walls where bridges should be. Understanding this silence requires a keen sense of empathy and an awareness of the unsaid. It demands patience, for the roots of such silence often lie deep, tangled in a web of unexpressed emotions and unvoiced fears. The intricacies of human connections. We encounter moments where words are withheld, where silence speaks of unspoken hurt or hesitation. Here, silence is a cry for understanding, a plea for patience. It's a subtle invitation to delve deeper into the heart of the relationship, to uncover and address the issues that lie beneath the quiet. Yet, interpreting silence is not about jumping to conclusions or making. It's about giving space, offering a presence that's non-intrusive yet supportive. It's about gently opening doors, allowing the other person to speak when they're ready. And sometimes it's about being there in silent solidarity, offering support not with words, but with the quiet understanding of your presence. Silence, in its most profound form, can be a period of growth and reflection for both individuals in a relationship. It can be a pause, a time to introspect and gather thoughts. In the hustle and bustle of life, where words are often spoken without thought, silence can be a sanctuary for thoughtful contemplation. It can be a space where the seeds of insight and understanding are sown, to later bloom into words of profound clarity and purpose. As we navigate through the complexities of relationships, let us not be hasty in judging the silence of a friend. Instead, let us strive to understand its roots. Is this silence a comfortable pause, a shared moment of unspoken understanding, or is it a sign of something deeper, a hidden turmoil or an unshared joy? The answers to these questions lie in the art of patient understanding and the willingness to explore the unspoken. Remember that every individual has their rhythm, their pace of sharing and expressing. Respecting this rhythm is key to maintaining the harmony of the relationship. Just as nature has its cycles of silence and growth, so do human relationships. There are times to speak, times to listen, and times to embrace the quiet. In the intricate dance of communication, where words often lead, there is a skill equally, if not more important, that harmonizes the entire performance, the art of listening and observing. As we delve into the profound depth of silence and its varied meanings, it becomes evident that understanding this art can transform how we relate and connect with one another. Consider the act of listening not as a passive occurrence, but as an active engagement, an investment in the moment. To listen is to journey into the heart of another's words, to wander in their experiences, and to resonate with their emotions. It is an act of empathy, a bridge built over the river of differences and misunderstandings. In the realm of human connections, listening is not just hearing what's said. It's about understanding the unsaid, the pauses, the sighs, the unspoken words that echo between sentences. But how does one master this art? It starts with intent, the intent to truly understand. In our conversations, often, we're preoccupied with formulating our responses rather than immersing ourselves in what's being said. True listening requires a suspension of self, a temporary setting aside of one's thoughts and judgments to fully receive the speaker's words. Imagine how our relationships would transform if we listened, really listened to understand, not just to respond. Listening also involves tuning into the non-verbal cues. The language of the body speaks volumes. Observing a person's eyes, their gestures, their posture, reveals layers of emotions that words might not capture. These subtle cues are the whispers of communication, often drowned out in the cacophony of spoken words, but understood clearly in the silence of observation. As we learn to observe, we become attuned to the symphony of unspoken emotions, learning to read the subtle nuances that paint the complete picture of someone's message. Observation, in its essence, is an active pursuit. It involves being fully present, mind and body, in the conversation. It's about creating a space where the other person feels seen and heard, a space where words flow unhindered and silences speak their truth. This art of observation is not just about understanding others, but about understanding oneself. It's a mirror that reflects our own biases, our listening filters, and our preconceptions. Mastering the art of listening and observing is like holding a key to a secret garden. The garden is a place of trust and understanding, where relationships bloom in the soil of mutual respect and empathy. It's where we learn that sometimes what a person doesn't say is more important than what they do, where silence can speak louder than words, and where listening becomes an act of love. However, this art is not without its challenges. In a world where distractions abound, where technology often screams louder than voices, where our own thoughts clamor for attention, listening and observing require deliberate effort and practice. It's about consciously tuning out distractions, quieting the mind, and opening the heart. It's about learning to be comfortable with silence, allowing it to speak to reveal its hidden messages. Crossing paths with diverse individuals, let us carry with us the gift of listening and the skill of observation. Let us use these tools not just to navigate the waters of relationships, but to dive into their depths. For in these depths, we discover treasures of connection, understanding, and shared humanity. We learn that each person we encounter is a universe in themselves, waiting to be explored, understood, and appreciated. In the vast ocean of human interaction, where the currents of words, silences, listening, and observing ebb and flow, there lies a challenging yet vital aspect: navigating the complexities of communication. This is not just a skill, but an art that when mastered can steer relationships through the stormiest of seas and bring them to the harbor of understanding and connection. Imagine communication as a river. In its ideal state, it flows freely, clear and unhindered, from one person to another. However, the reality is often far different. This river of communication sometimes runs into obstacles, misunderstandings, assumptions, and conflicts. These obstacles can muddy the waters and disrupt the flow, making navigation tricky and sometimes perilous. One of the first challenges we often encounter is the barrier of assumptions. How easy it is to assume we understand what the other person means, to think that our perspective is the only lens through which a situation can be viewed. But assumptions are treacherous. They are the unseen rocks upon which the ship of understanding can easily wreck. To navigate this challenge, we must first acknowledge that our perspective is just one of many. We must be willing to consider that there may be other valid viewpoints, other ways of seeing the world that are different yet equally true. Another challenge in the realm of communication is the presence of preconceived notions and biases. These are the undercurrents that can subtly, yet powerfully, influence our interactions. They color our perceptions, shape our responses, and can lead us astray from true understanding. The key to navigating this challenge is awareness, being conscious of our biases and actively working to set them aside. It requires an open mind and a willingness to see the world through the eyes of another, to understand their experiences, their feelings, and their reality. Conflict is yet another hurdle in the journey of communication. It is inevitable in human relationships, but how we navigate through conflict determines the strength and resilience of our connection. The art of navigating conflict lies in the ability to communicate openly and respectfully, even in the face of disagreement. It involves expressing our thoughts and feelings honestly, yet with a sensitivity to the impact of our words. It's about striving for a resolution, not a victory, seeking a common ground where differences can coexist in harmony. In the face of these challenges, one of the most powerful tools at our disposal is empathy. Empathy is the compass that guides us through the complexities of human emotions and perspective. It allows us to understand the feelings of others, to see the world from their vantage point. With empathy, we can approach each interaction with a sensitivity and understanding that bridges gaps and heals divisions. However, navigating these challenges is not a journey we undertake alone. It involves the other person, their willingness to engage, to listen, to understand, and to be understood. Communication is a two-way street, a dance where both partners move in sync, each responding to the other. In this dance, patience is crucial. It takes time to understand and be understood, to find the right rhythm, the right pace that works for both. Encountering different people, different personalities, and different perspectives, let us remember that the art of communication is a continuous learning process. Each interaction is an opportunity to practice, to improve, to refine our skills. Let us embrace these opportunities with an open heart and a curious mind. In the intricate dance of human relationships, where navigating the challenges of communication is akin to sailing through unpredictable seas, there emerges a beacon of paramount importance: trust. Trust, the foundation upon which the edifice of any meaningful relationship is built and rebuilt. It is the invisible bond that, when present, forms the strongest connection between hearts and minds, yet when broken, can seem as irreparable as shattered glass. Yet let us not forget, even the most fractured relationships, with patience and care, can see trust rebuilt, restored to its former glory, perhaps even stronger than before. Building trust is an art akin to planting a garden. It requires nurturing, constant care, and above all, time. Trust grows in the soil of consistency, consistent actions, consistent words, and consistent intentions. It's in the little things, the daily acts of honesty, the commitments kept, the promises honored, and the transparency in actions and words. These are the seeds from which the sapling of trust sprouts and flourishes. Just as a gardener tends to their garden, so must we tend to the garden of our relationships, watering it with sincerity, caring for it with integrity, and nurturing it with understanding. But what of the times when trust is broken, when the garden we've tended to with such care faces the harsh storm of betrayal or misunderstanding? Is all hope lost? No, for even in the most barren soil, with time and effort, new life can spring forth. Rebuilding trust is a journey of resilience and courage. It starts with acknowledgement, acknowledging the hurt, the betrayal, the broken promises. It requires an openness to understand and to be understood, to communicate not just our pain, but also our desire to mend what has been broken. Rebuilding trust is a path walked step by step with patience. It's about small acts of rebuilding, little gestures that show care, consistency in actions that gradually mend the broken bridge. It's about setting aside ego, embracing humility, and being willing to make amends. It's a process that asks for forgiveness and offers it in return, a cycle of healing that slowly but surely restores faith and confidence in each other. Remember, progress may be slow and setbacks may occur. But with each step taken in sincerity, with each effort made in honesty, the path to restoration becomes clearer. Just as a building, once weakened, needs careful repair and reinforcement, so does trust need the reinforcement of consistent, positive interactions and the repair of open, heartfelt communication. As we draw our journey of exploration to its close, a journey that has taken us through the realms of silence, listening, understanding, and the rebuilding of trust, we arrive at a fundamental culmination: the power of speaking and acting. This power, intrinsic to our very existence, is the cornerstone upon which the edifice of our relationships and interactions is built. It's a force that, when harnessed with consciousness and care, can mold our world, shape our relationships, and define our legacy. In the tapestry of life, every word spoken and every action taken is a thread that contributes to the pattern we weave. Our words, when spoken with thoughtfulness and intention, can uplift, heal, and inspire. They are the echoes of our innermost thoughts and feelings, resonating in the hearts and minds of those around us. When we speak, let us do so with the awareness of the ripples our words create. Let us choose them, not just for their meaning, but also for the harmony they can bring to the symphony of human discourse. But words alone, though powerful, are but whispers in the wind. Without actions, breathe life into our words, transforming them from mere vibrations of sound into tangible manifestations of our intent. Our deeds are the ultimate testament of our commitment, the undeniable evidence of our sincerity. They are what ground our words in reality, giving them weight and substance. In every act of kindness, every gesture of compassion, every deed of integrity, we bring to life the essence of our spoken promises. In this alignment, speech and action, lies the magic of authenticity. Like a skilled artist who not only envisions a masterpiece, but also brings it to life on canvas, we too have the ability to create a masterpiece of our lives. A life where our words paint pictures of hope and aspiration, and our actions color these in with the hues of reality and achievement. This is where trust is solidified, respect is earned, and relationships are deepened. As we move forward, let us carry with us this understanding that our words have the power to build or to break, to soothe or to wound, and our actions have the strength to confirm or to contradict. Let us endeavor to ensure that our words and actions are in harmony, a reflection of our true intentions and our innermost values. As we navigate the complex yet rewarding journey of life, let us be mindful of the immense power we hold, the power of speaking and acting. Let us use this power judiciously, with the wisdom to speak truth tempered with kindness, and the courage to act with integrity and purpose. For in doing so, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute positively to the lives of those around us. We become architects of our destiny, sculptors of our relationships, and weavers of a legacy that is defined not just by what we said, but let this be our guiding star, a beacon that lights our way to a life lived with purpose, meaning, and connection.